Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today, excuse me, we're going to get right into your twin flame journey reading, taking a look at the next 7 days connection that you have with someone in your life, a twin flame in your life, someone that you are going through a romantic and or love story with, okay? Now, if you're a regular on my channel, you will know that I am a Sagittarius myself through and through. I have Sun and 3 other planets in Sagittarius, and I love reading for you guys, of course. So let's get right into it. All right, guys. So first of all, I'm going to pull 2 animal spirits to see what kind of animal spirits you and this person may be resonating with over the next 7 days. We have the turtle and the otter. Oh, wow. The turtle and the otter. Both water. Beautiful, right? So this is the beautiful energy, the otter and the turtle. Let me, excuse me, let me start with the otter first. The otter is all about cuddling and love and affection, right? The otter just seeks to be with their loved one. They're not encumbered with feelings of jealousy or envy or any sort of negative feelings or toxic feelings or worrying feelings or anxious feelings. They simply enjoy the affection, right? The affection, the closeness with the people they love. Okay, so that's otter spirit. Then we have turtle spirit. The turtle spirit is the spirit, animal spirit of the storyteller. This is the person who can, who has the emotional sensitivity as well as the strength to be able to go and delve into the most difficult stories, the most difficult experiences, the most difficult emotions. The turtle is an ancient animal spirit, very, very intelligent, but emotionally intelligent, right? While at the same time not also being cold, right? And so it feels as though there's an energy of going deeper emotionally. Somebody wanting to go deeper emotionally, being able to go deeper emotionally. Let's go ahead and get right into your spread. Now we're going to pull out cards for you and your person, Sagittarius. And I do apologize for your video coming up late. I had some technical issues yesterday, but normally fire signs, all the fire signs, twin flame readings do come out on Monday. So hit the bell for notification on that. But let's get into it, Sagittarius and their lover, twin flame, over the next 7 days. And we'll get some clarifying cards out as well, Sagittarius. All right, you're coming in with the Chariot. You see them as the 6 of Pentacles. You desire 3 of Wands, and what needs to happen is the Moon. A lot of testing. They come in as the Devil. They see you as an Ace of Cups. They desire 4 of Cups. And what needs to happen is the King of Swords. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have 2 of Wands. Mars and Aries energy. So 2 of Wands, strong forward energy, right? Pushing forward, wanting to go ahead, not being sort of not being pulled back or stopped, or not letting anything stop you in the pursuit of your goal, right? Very warlike energy, 2 of Mars, fiery, positive energy. All right, this is a nice reading. This is a nice reading. There's a little challenge here, but it's nice. Let's get into Sagittarius. You and your person are coming out with 2 major arcana, you the Chariot and your person the Devil. So the Chariot, let me start with you, Sagittarius. You're kind of like beginning to start a new journey, but right now you're just not sure what road that is going to take, right? So you're kind of preparing the next steps for you. What are the next steps for you? You're thinking about that a lot. This will be in regards to your life and in regards to possibly this connection, right? Chariot energy, it is dreamy energy in a lot of ways. A lot of times Chariot is associated with motion, but here you can see the Chariot is standing still. And so it's much more, it's not so much being on the path already, but it is seeing it ahead. You can see that the Chariot, a person on the Chariot there is like really sort of intently looking forward at their goal. How will I get to that goal? And so you're really being very contemplative over the next 7 days about how you're going to go about achieving where you want to get to. The devil, your person is resonating with devil energy. By the way, Chariot is Cancer and Tarot. Devil is associated with Capricorn, so there may be some of these energies in either of your charts. Your person is resonating with the devil. And devil energy is sexual, right? It's sexual, it's fiery, it's creative. It can get indulgent. It can get very indulgent. So your person may be indeed over the next 7 days period kind of being much more hedonistic, much more indulgent, much more passionate, right? Very, very sexual. There may be a lot of partying involved. There may be a lot of drinking involved, right? There is a creative, an intensely creative side to the devil, but here I'm feeling much more the sexual passion, the partying, the play, right? And so they're going to be kind of walking that line, or playing with fire a lot over the next 7 days. But more than anything, there's going to be a lot of sexual energy coming forward here, I think. Now, how do you guys see each other? Here we have beautiful, nice, lovely energy. 6 of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. Well, you see them as a gain in your life, right? A prosperity coming into your life. A balance, right? Someone who can also probably bring balance, maybe even financially, bring stability, maybe even financially to you, right? But it isn't even so much that you are looking for your stability in them. Something about them, this next 7-day period, is making you feel comfortable in a very physical way. In as much as you have what you need with each other, right? They're generous with their time. They're generous with their money. They're generous with their physical presence, right? And this is a nice feeling for you. This is a nice sort of like, I want to say, comfortable feeling for you. There's no anxiety here. And in as much as, you know, sometimes when you with somebody, or you fall for somebody, or getting into something with somebody, you know, if you guys don't have simpatico lifestyles or lives or levels of stability, financial or otherwise, it can be rocky. But this is not what you see here. And so there's a real kind of harmony here between the way you both are in your lives and what you're able to do with each other. They see you as the Ace of Cups. And this is why this feels like a new love to me, because for them, they are absolutely falling in love with you over this next 7-day period, okay? So Ace of Cups, it's interesting. If you have been together up until now, it could be, yes, the interest is there, the sexual attraction, all of that is there, but, and the liking and the attraction, but it is this next 7-day period that they actually erupt in full-blown love for you. They just absolutely realize that they are head over heels in love with you. What do you both desire? 3 of Wands for you and 4 of Cups for them. So they don't, 4 of Cups, it's interesting. Oftentimes it can be a sign of rejection, or it depends on how, you know, who's getting it, right? Who's offering the cup and who's saying no to the cup, right? And the 4 of Cups in some decks is the card for luxury, right? And there's a lot of sort of like overflowing of sort of emotional luxury, affection, and, you know, saying the right thing. But is there stability there, right? And so I'm going to start with their card. What do they desire? They desire 4 of Cups. I think they want to be able to hand you a cup of love, right? And not be sort of, I want to say, rejected, right? They want to be able to come forward to you, but they may not be ready to tell you what you want to hear. So in a lot of ways, 4 of Cups oftentimes is like a cup of love that we're not able to, you know, we're saying, look, you want to be with me, but what does that mean, right? Being with me, what comes with that, right? Is it just a good time? Or is there some substance here that is coming with this cup towards me? To a certain degree, it feels here like they want to be able to get with you, Sagittarius. They want to be able to hand their cup of love to you, but they're not necessarily ready yet to show you what that concretely means. You may be dealing with someone who has issues with commitment, okay, or is afraid of acknowledging commitment, or afraid of putting real effort and work in, right, lest they then be rejected. So they're kind of half-stepping, right? But it's the half-stepping that will make somebody reject you. So it's a kind of self-destructive thing. For you, you desire Three of Wands. You need a sign. You're wanting a sign from them or some kind of information to come in to show you exactly what you're getting here. And yet, it's exactly what's happening here is what's happening, right? You want more than what they're just telling you. Whatever they're giving you, it's really not a lot. They may be just like, offhandedly spending time with you or what have you. Maybe up until now it's only just been sex, or it's just been very sort of superficial. But what's changing is this week they are falling in love with you. So while this is what they've desired, there is going to be a shift here for them. Okay, you're kind of holding strong. Yes, you see the compatibility here with them in that Six of Pentacles, but you want more. You want to hear more, see more, and have more information coming in that is concrete, that will help you make the right decisions over here with that Chariot, right? Will they do that? What needs to happen? Well, again, makes sense. For you, Moon, it's like this is a testing phase. You're not given everything right away, right? You're not given everything, which means they're not telling you everything right away. This connection here is probably a little bit cold sometimes, a little bit hot sometimes, and so you're not really sure. It's one of the reasons why you're wanting more from them. But they are coming from a place of a little bit of fear here. They want to be able to get to you without necessarily putting that much work in. And I think it's out of fear of rejection, right? So they feel like if they don't put too much work in and you still reject them, then it's no big loss. But this is, this is going to come back, I think, to a certain degree to bite them in the butt, because this week they're actually falling really head over heels in love with you. And so things are changing for them. For you, Moon is reminding you that there is a certain amount of testing here, and this is really going to also be down to what you're willing to deal with and not deal with. What are you strong enough to deal with, Like, how much information do you need to have before you make your decisions, right? And so it's going to be a little bit, how shall I say, for you, Sagittarius, there's still going to be a lot of obscurity here. I want to say not obscurity, but like a veiling. There's still going to be a bit of a veil over all of this, and there's still going to feel very much like an unsurety here. Like you really, although you want the information coming in, it may not just come in the way you desire it. And again, dig deep into your own wisdom, your own intuition, and your own sense of strength, and that is going to guide you through this period of uncertainty with this person and making the right decisions for yourself. Now, King of Swords is for them honesty, right? King of Swords is like honesty. So being extremely honest with your actions and your words and following through, right? The King of Swords doesn't mince any words. He tells you exactly what he means and what he feels, right? And he's not afraid of that. He's not afraid to tell you, who he is, what he requires. It's a high degree of communication. It's fire of air. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign. But King of Swords, yeah, there needs to be almost like a brutal honesty here on their part with themselves and with you, right? So no game playing, no kind of trying to get something for nothing here with that Four of Cups, right? Wanting just, the nice side of it without the commitment or the work or the effort. Yeah, communication. If the communication doesn't step up to a level of King of Swords communication, which is, hey, I'm going to sit you down right now and tell you exactly what I think, what I want, and I want to hear the same back from you. I'm not sure. This connection may still linger. Nevertheless, otter energy and turtle energy is there, which indicates a strong level of emotional intelligence and strength here. So if you are both very strong emotionally, this otter energy, this turtle energy here will absolutely help this union, because there is a lot of affection here. Definitely a lot of affection. A lot of physical desire and connection. And like I said, they are Sagittarius. This week will be the week, I think, where they are realizing that they're actually in love with you. Seven of Cups, wow, there you have it. Two of Pentacles, there's a lot of movement. High Priestess, and the Seven of Wands. So there you have it, yes. Up until now, Seven of Cups is letting you know that up until now, there's been a lot of sort of pie in the sky, you know, daydreamy, right? Daydreamy sort of feelings about this connection. There may have been a little bit of unrealistic sort of, you know, expectation here. Not, in a sense, to me, almost feeling like you guys want almost different things or expecting different things. The love is there, the connection is there, the attraction is there, but it's almost as if in the beginning it may have started off too quickly. You may have already been thinking, oh, well, this is going to be a great match. We could live together, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or it may be them who were thinking like that. But it's been kind of like, oh, hang on a second. You know, is this really realistic? Right? Is this really going to come so easily? And I think that's what's happening. What has been happening up until now is that the desire for a certain connection here on both of your parts has been there, but it just seems to be fleeting. It just seems to be out of your reach to a certain degree because I'm not sure that either of you have necessarily put the right amount of work into it just yet. There is a Two of Pentacles, so there's a lot of work activity, okay? Somebody is doing a lot of work this week, the next 7 days, probably the both of you. But there's a lot of up and down, a lot of up and down, a lot of sort of like juggling a lot of balls up in the air, okay? One of you may be working several jobs. There may be a little level of financial uncertainty over this next 7-day period. But more than anything, there's going to be a lot of work, a lot of chaos. And that can be a distraction, okay? So this may be a distraction that's good, you know, so that you also sometimes aren't so caught up in each other and you take time out for other things. But it is definitely a lot of effort and it's going to impact this connection. The High Priestess comes in and Seven of Wands. So what you both desire on a very deep, on a very sort of, I want to say, basic level, you both intuitively desire the same thing. And you both know intuitively what the other person is wanting, okay? Will you give it to them, right? Are you able to give it to them, even though what you know is on an intuitive level? So this is to say, if you guys are still getting to know each other, which Ace of Cups is talking about here, are you willing to sort of like take the time to act on your intuitive feelings about each other without waiting for the proof here or without being afraid here to show each other who you are? Seven of Wands rounds off the action of what needs to happen, okay? To tell you both sort of that on both sides there needs to be a bit of courage, right? For this to come to the positive state, right? The next positive stage of growth and together. There is love here for sure. Ace of Cups is there. Outer energy. But are you both able to put the same amount of sort of courage and effort into this connection, into what you need to do, into protecting this connection, right? Because Seven of Wands is all about protecting, right? It's all about standing your ground and protecting what you have and coming up with healthy sort of ways of doing that, right? Of challenges that are being thrown up, you know, not allowing them to sort of stop you, finding ways to stop them instead, you know. And these kind of challenges can be all kinds of things, misunderstandings about each other. An example can be like being willing to sort of like, if one person says something to the other one and it's hurt their feelings or there's a miscommunication here, being willing to make the effort to talk about it or to get to each other and, you know, not just let it happen and sort of let it destroy what you have already, just on a whim, or on a miscommunication, or on a text, or something that has been said by somebody else that neither one, all of these type of little interferences that we can get into relationships, especially when they're first starting. Yes, a lot of times, if you care about the progress of going forward together and making that commitment, you have to work at sort of dispelling that. Right? You have to be willing to talk about it. You have to be willing to take action. You have to be willing to do things that work towards harmony and coming together, rather than letting these things sort of split you apart and diffuse the relationship so that it just withers away. It's nothing. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me pull out just 3 energies. I know this reading went a little bit longer than usual for the twin flames, so we're just going to get 3 energy cards out. Shadows of darkness and light, to see what kind of shadows, spirits are coming in for this connection, to help or to waylay. Spirit of St. Nicholas, Spirit of the Woods, Spirit of Armor. So there you have strength, voices, goblins, nightmares. So yeah, don't listen to the negativity. There's negativity out there. Spirit of the Woods that seeks to sort of interfere. We have Spirit of St. Nicholas, which is generosity. Yes, that's that feeling of generosity that I saw earlier over here with that 6 of Pentacles. There is there's a feeling of someone being generous with their time and being generous with what they have, right? And that is going to weigh in. But there is Spirit of the Woods. So there's something lurking over the next 7-day period. It could be an ex or a flame or somebody else. There's some kind of energy that is kind of being a pest here, right? That is sort of infiltrating. It could just be negative self-doubt, right? But there is a spirit of darkness, your Spirit of the Woods, in as much as you can't hear the voices. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know where the bad feelings coming from. So don't let it interfere. Spirit of Armor, and then you have your defense as well, right? So 7 of Wands is like the Spirit of Armor, defending against things that play no bearing in this connection, and that you shouldn't allow to play any bearing in this connection, because they're simply there to frighten you and to sort of scare you away from something that could be quite positive. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to wrap it up. This is your 7-day twin flame reading for you and someone that you may indeed have a love connection with. If it resonated for you, please like, subscribe, and share. Check out your other readings on my channel. I do have shadow flame readings and other twin flame readings. They are, they are timeless messages. So sometimes one reading may resonate where another one did not. And that's it. All right, Sagittarius, I love you so much. And I will see you guys at your next reading. Bye-bye now.